Good morning students, welcome to physics online class. Last class I completed the fourth lesson. Did you all learn that lesson? And today we are going to revise that lesson and we are going to mark the one words and we are going to solve the book back problems. Okay? First we learned in the fourth chapter, what do you mean by electric current? Have you remember what is electric current? Yes, the rate of flow of charge is called as the electric current. And what's the formula for the electric current? I is equal to Q by T. Okay. And what is the unit of this current? What's the unit of this current? Yes, ampere. And what device it is used to measure the current? Ammeter. Okay. And we learned about what is electric circuit. The electric circuit is a closed conducting loop or path which has the network of the electrical components. And also we learned some of the components, isn't it? What are the components are there in the circuits? The different components: resistor, ammeter, voltmeter, galvanometer, diode, light emitting diode, variable resistor, and the switch, isn't it? And bulb. Okay. So these are the components we learned. And we learned about the electric potential. What do you mean by electric potential? The electric potential at a point is defined as amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from the infinity to that point against the electric force. And also we learned what is electric potential difference. So what is the difference for these two definitions? Yes, moving the charge from infinity to that point is called as the electric potential. Potential difference means amount of work done moving unit positive charge from one point to another point against the electric force. And also we learned that formula, potential difference, V is equal to work done by charge. And the unit of this potential difference, volt. And also we learned the important point. What is that? Yes, definition of Ohm's law. Okay. What is Ohm's law? At a constant temperature, the steady current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the two ends of the conductor. So I is equal to V by R, isn't it? And here the R is the constant. It is called as the resistance of the material. R be the resistance. What do you mean by resistance? The resistance of a material is the property to oppose the flow of charges and hence the passage of current through it. Okay. All the conductors will have the resistance. Okay. And the unit of this resistance we learned. What is that? Ohm, isn't it? What's the unit of the resistance? Ohm. And also we learned R is equal to, what's the formula? V by I. Voltage by current give resistance. Voltage by current give resistance. Okay. And also we learned the electrical resistivity and what is meant by electrical conductivity. The electrical resistivity, what's the formula for electrical resistivity? R is equal to rho L by A. R is equal to rho L by A. And it is defined as the resistance of a conductor of unit length and unit area of the cross section. What is the unit? Ohm meter. And we learned about conductance and conductivity. What do you mean by conductance? The reciprocal of resistance, isn't it? The reciprocal of resistance is called as the conductance. And what is conductivity? The reciprocal of electrical resistivity of a material is called as the electrical conductivity. Sigma is equal to 1 by rho. And we learned the system of resistors. What are the system of resistors? There is two methods to connect the resistance. What are they? In series and parallel. Resistors in series and parallel. And we have remember the formula, the resistance in series. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, etc. How many resistors are there connected in series? According to that, we have to write that formula. Okay, if 3 resistors are connected, we have to write Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. And also we learned resistance in parallel. What's the formula? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, etc. Okay, next we learned the heating effect of the current. What do you mean by heating effect? Yes, the part of this energy is converted into useful work and the remaining rest of this energy will be disappeared in the form of the heat. That is called as the heating effect of the electric current. The heating effect of current is used in devices like electric heater, electric iron, etc. And we learnt about Joule's law. What is Joule's law? H is equal to I square RT. And Joule's law states that the amount of heat is directly proportional to square of the current for the given resistor and directly proportional to resistance of the resistor and directly proportional to the time for which the current passing through the resistor. What are the application of heating effect? First one, electric heating devices. Electric heating devices. Many appliances such as electric iron, electric toaster, electric oven, electric heater, geysers. Okay, these are the applications of the heating effect. Okay, here what material is used as a heating element? Nichrome. Okay, nichrome is an alloy of nickel and chromium. And why we are using this nichrome as a heating element? What's the three reasons? It has high resistivity, high melting point and does not easily oxidized. And we learnt about the fuse wire. Fuse wire, always it will be connected in series with the electric circuit. What's the use? Tell me. Yes, large current passes through the circuit, the fuse wire will get melt. Okay, and it will protect the electric appliances from the damage. Then we learnt about the filament in the bulbs, is it? What filament is used in the electric bulbs? Tungsten. Okay, tungsten is used because this material whose melting point is very high. When the current passes through this wire, heat is produced in the filament. When the filament is heated, it glows and gives out light. So the most commonly used material in the electric bulb is, what's that? Tungsten. Then we learnt about the electric power. Okay, power is the rate of doing work. Power means what? The rate of doing work or rate of spending energy. And power is equal to voltage into current. Power is equal to voltage into current. And what is the unit of this electric power? Watt. Larger unit will say kilowatt. And we learnt about the consumption of electric energy. Electric energy consumed based on two factors. Amount of electric power and duration of usage. How long time you are using, isn't it? And what's the unit of this electric energy? Kilowatt hour. The unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. We learnt about the domestic electric circuit. The first stage of the domestic electric circuit is to bring the power supply to the main box from a distributing channels. Okay, from the distributing panel brings the power supply to the main box. What is the distribution panel? Transformer. Okay, from that it will be coming to main box. What are the important components are there in the domestic electric circuit? The main box is the fuse and a meter. Okay, and you are using that instead of that fuse wire, you are using what is that? MCB, miniature circuit breaker. Okay, and also we learnt about that. And in this houses, domestic electric circuit, there is two types of connection is there. One is 5 ampere rating, another one is 15 ampere rating. The 5 ampere rating it is used to run the appliances with low power rating, light, bulb, fan, etc. And the 15 ampere rating it is used to the high power rating. Example, air cooler, refrigerator, electric iron and the heaters. Okay. And we learnt about what is overloading and what do you mean by short circuiting, isn't it? So when the overloading will happen? Yes, large number of appliances are connected in series to the same source of the electric power. Okay, this leads a flow of excess current in the electric circuit. So that time that overloading is happening, isn't it? So in that, what will happen when the amount of current passing through the wire exceeds a maximum permissible limit, the wire gets heated to such an extent that a fire may be caused. This is known as overloading. Okay. What do you mean by short circuit? Yes, when the live wire and the neutral wire will comes to contact, okay, and it causes the short circuit. This happens when the insulation of the wire may be damaged and due to the temperature changes or because of some external forces. Okay, that time the fused wire will melt and it will protect the electric appliances on the circuit. And we learned about the role of the earth wire. Have you remember what's the use of the earth wire? Okay, in the third wire it is green color insulation we studied, isn't it? This provides the low resistance path to the electric current. The earth wire sends the current from the body of the appliances to the earth. When a live wire accidentally touches the body of the metallic electric appliances, the earth wire serves as the protective conductor which saves us from the electric shocks. And we learned about the LED bulb. LED, what's the full form of LED? Light emitting diode. LED bulb is a semiconductor device that emits visible light when an electric current passes through it. The color of the emitted light will depend upon the type of the materials used. Okay, different colors lights are used. Okay, what are the decorative lights? Okay, so in that types, what are the materials, chemical compounds like gallium arsenide and gallium phosphide, this and all used. So it will be produced or radiates the red, green, yellow or orange colors. And also this LED bulbs used in the displays in digital watches, calculators, traffic signals, street light, decorative light, etc. And we learned about the 7-segment display. Yes, it's a device used to give an output in the form of numbers or text. Okay, the output will be given in the form of numbers or text. Where and all it is used in the 7-segment display? It is used in digital meters, digital clocks, microwave ovens, etc. It consists of 7 segments of LEDs in the form of the digit 8. What is the merits of the LED bulb? Yes, there is no filament is there, isn't it? So, no loss of energy in the form of heat comparing to the incandescent bulb, it is cooler. In comparisons with the fluorescent light, the LED bulbs have significantly low power requirement. It is not harmful to the environment. Okay, no chemicals are there. The wide range of colors is possible here and it is cost efficient and energy efficient. And mercury like other toxic metals are not required. So these are the merits of the LED bulb. And we learned about the LED television. It is one of the most important application of light emitting diode. Okay. This LED is actually LCD TV, that is liquid crystal display. Okay, with LED display. And what are the advantages of LED television? It has a bright picture quality. It's very thinner in size. It is used to less power and consumes very less energy. Its lifespan is more. Okay, long time we can use. It is more reliable. The pictures are more reliable comparing with the other television. Okay, and now we are going to mark some one-word questions. Okay, all of you take page number 55. Okay, the first one, choose the best answer. Okay, we are going to mark the choose the correct answer. The first question, which of the following is correct? Rate of charge is electrical power. Rate of change of charge is current. Rate of change of energy is current. Rate of change of current is charge. Which is the correct answer? Rate of flow of charge is called current. Rate of change of charge is called current. So option B. Second question, the SI unit of resistance is. What's the SI unit of resistance? Ohm. And option C. In a simple circuit, why does the bulb glow when you close the switch? You all know, in the circuit, if we close the switch, then only the circuit will finish. So, closing the switch complete the circuits. Option B, closing the switch completes the circuit. Question number 4, kilowatt hour is the unit of dash. Kilowatt hour is the unit of electrical energy. Option C, electrical energy. Fill in the blanks. Roman letter 2. First question, when a circuit is open, dash cannot pass through it. When a circuit is open, current cannot pass through it. Current, C-U-R-R-E-N-T, current cannot pass through it. Second one, the ratio of potential difference to the current is known as, the ratio of the potential difference to the current is known as resistance. V by I is equal to R. Okay, the ratio of potential difference and the current is known as resistance. Okay, from the Ohm's law we are deriving that formula. So it is resistance. The ratio of the potential difference to the current is known as the resistance. Third one, the wiring in a house consists of dash circuits. Domestic circuit. D-O-M-E-S-T-I-C. Domestic circuits. Fourth one, the power of an electric device is a product of dash and dash. The power gives, what's the formula? Voltage into current, or the potential difference into current. So the first dash you can write the potential difference. Next one, current. Okay, potential difference and current. Fifth one, LED stands for dash, light emitting diode. LED stands for light emitting diode. Third Roman letter, state whether the following statements are true or false. If false, correct the statement. First one, Ohm's law states that the relationship between power and voltage. Ohm's law tells the relation between voltage and current. But here they given power and voltage. So the statement is false. I have to write false and correct it here. Instead of power, you write it current. Current and voltage, or current and potential difference. So here you have to correct it current and potential difference. Voltage or potential difference. Second one, MCB is used to protect the household electrical appliances. True or false? True. Miniature circuit breaker. Okay, instead of fuse, nowadays using this MCB is used to protect the household electric appliances. True. Third one, the SI unit of electric current is given, they given coulomb, isn't it? So this statement is false. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. So you cut this word coulomb and write it ampere. Fourth one unit of electrical energy consumed is equal to 1000 kilowatt hour. 1 unit is equal to what? 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, in kilowatt hour it is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. But 1 kilowatt only it is equal to what? 1000 watt. Okay. So this statement is false. So you have to write that correct answer. Instead of this 1000, you write it 1 kilowatt hour. Question number 5. The effective resistance of the 3 resistors connected in series is lesser than the lowest of the individual resistance. See, in series connection, the 3 effective resistance of the resistors is always greater than the lowest of the individual resistance. We should add all these values. So, the effective resistance will be always greater than the lowest of the individual resistance. So, the statement is false. You have to cut this lesser and write it greater. Instead of lesser, you write it greater. Then Roman letter 4, question number 1. Match the following. First one, electric current. What's the answer? Unit ampere. Potential difference, volt. Specific resistance, ohm meter. Specific resistance or resistivity, it is ohm meter. Electrical power. Electrical power, what's the unit of power? Watt. Fifth one, electrical energy, joule. Electrical energy, joule. Did you all mark? Next, Roman letter 5, assertion and reason type questions. Okay. First question, electric appliances with a metallic body have 3 wire connections. Is it true? Electric appliances with a metallic body have 3 wire connections. Live wire, neutral wire and the earth wire. The reason what they given 3 pin connections reduce heating of the connecting wires. This reason it's not true, isn't it? So which is the option is correct here? Option C. If the assertion is true but the reason is false. Okay. Right. Option C. Second question. In a simple battery circuit, the point of highest potential is the positive terminal of the battery. Is it true? The highest potential is from the positive terminal only. Reason the current flows towards the point of the highest potential. Current flows not towards, isn't it? From the high potential to low potential only the current will flow. So, this reason is wrong. So, again option C, assertion is true but the reason is false. And the third one, LED bulbs are for better than incandescent bulbs. So, we already studied the merits of LED bulbs. It is for better than the incandescent bulbs because many reasons we studied. And reason LED bulbs consumes less power than incandescent bulbs. So, this is also one of the reason, isn't it? It consumes very less power. So, the correct option is option A. If both assertion and reason are true and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So, you have to write option A. Then Roman letter 6 and 7 already we marked. And here Roman letter 8, question number 2. I have the doubt whether you marked or not. Those who did not mark it. Okay. What is meant by electric current? It is given page number 42. Name and define its unit. Okay. That is the unit is ampere. And how to define the unit 1 ampere. That also mark it. That is page number 43. And this one, which instrument is used to measure the electric current? And how should it be connected in a circuit? Which instrument it is used to measure the current? Ammeter. Okay, ammeter is a device. It is used to measure the electric current. How should it be connected in a circuit? It should be connected in series with the circuit. Okay, two methods is there, no, series and parallel. But always we will connect the ammeter with the series. Okay, ammeter we should connect in series with the circuit. Next we are going to mark these questions, problems. Okay, I am going to solve these problems. Roman letter 9, question number 1. Okay, Roman letter 9, question number 1. You have to take your class note and write it. Okay, write the question and answer. An electric current consumes energy at the rate of 420 watt when heating is at the maximum rate and 180 watt when heating is at the minimum rate. So, the applied voltage is 220 volts. What is the current in each case? Have you understand this problem? The electric iron, how much energy it will be consuming? 420. Two cases is here. Okay. First, for the maximum rate, it will be consuming 420 watt and the minimum rate it will be consuming 180 watts. So, in these two cases also we are going to find the current. For 420 watt how much current it can be drawing and for 180 watt how much current it will be draw. Okay. And for both the cases the applied voltage is 220 watt. Okay. Usually the domestic electric circuits how much voltage potential difference? 220 volts. Okay. So, for 420 watt, what is the current? And 180 watt, what is the current? Okay. So, you have to take the two cases. In the first case, case 1, first write power is equal to how much? 420 watt, right? Power is equal to 420 watt. And what is the applied voltage here? 220 volt. Applied voltage is 220. What we are going to find? Current. Okay. We are going to find the current. So, two cases there. So, here first you have to take the current I1. Okay. So, what formula here we can use? Power P is equal to voltage into current. This formula we already know. P is equal to V into I. From this we are going to find what is I1. Okay, current. So first you know what's formula, you know that one you write. P is equal to V into I, voltage into current. But here power and voltage is given. We are going to find I. So I is equal to, or I1 is equal to power divided by voltage. Okay, power divided by voltage. Okay, if you are taking this I1, so power, this will be going the denominator, isn't it? Power divided by voltage. Then you know what value power they given? 420. So P is equal to 420 and divided by applied voltage how much? 220. Okay, so that 0 and 0 cancel it, and you can give for this 2 tables, isn't it? 1 2 is 2, 1 2 is 2. Here 2 2s are 4 and again 1 2 is 2. So we got this answer 21 divided by 11, isn't it? If you are dividing this 21 by 11, just divide it, you can get this answer 1.9. So current unit is ampere, so you can write 1.9 ampere, A. Okay, write the symbol A. So this one first case over. Next is the second case. We are going to find the current for 180 watt. Okay, in the second case for low power rate, what is that? Minimum rate, the power they given 180 watt. For that applied voltage same 220. Okay, so current, we are going to find the current. Same formula, power is equal to voltage into current. From that we are going to find the current. Okay, so I is equal to P by V. Okay, so the here you can write I2 is equal to power 180 divided by 220. Cancel it. What will come? 1 2 is 2. Here 9 2s are 8. So 9 by 11. 9 by 11. Just divide it. 9 divided by 11. If you are dividing, you will get this answer 0.8 ampere. So for 180 watt, the iron, electric iron, how much current it will draw? 0.8 ampere current it will take. And for 420 watt, it will take how much ampere of current? 1.9 ampere of current. Okay, I will understand very simple problem. Okay, power P is equal to voltage into current. Okay, from that formula we are going to find current. Okay, so current I is equal to power by voltage. Just to copy down this in your note. Okay. Next question number 2. A 100 watt electric bulb is used for 5 hours daily and 4 60 watt bulbs are used for 5 hours daily. Calculate the energy consumed in kilowatt hour in the month of January. Okay. So here they given 2 types of bulbs. Okay. One bulb 100 watts. It will be using only 5 hours daily. Okay. So we are going to calculate the energy consumed for this month of January. Okay. So this bulb, how many? Only one bulb. Okay. 100 watt bulb. It is used for 5 hours daily. And next is 60 watt bulb. How many number? 4 bulbs are there. These 4 bulbs used for 5 hours daily. So calculate the energy consumed. Okay. The month of January. Okay. The energy consumed. Which unit we are going to write? In kilowatt hour. We are going to find the energy consumed. How much energy consumed for these 2 bulbs the month of January. So first you have to write the given data here. First 100 watt bulb. Number of bulb 1. Okay. And 60 watt bulb. How many numbers? 4. And power. We have to write that power P is equal to 100 watt. And here the power is 60 watt. The time duration here 5 hours. And here also same time 5 hours daily it will be using. So we are going to find the energy consumed. Okay. For the 100 watt bulb, how much energy is consumed? For 60 watt bulb, how much energy is consumed? Okay. These 2 energy consumed individually first you are going to find. After that we are to add this values. Okay. 2 energies also total energy we are going to find. Okay. So first what is the formula for this energy consumed? Energy consumed is equal to power into time. Okay. Along with that how many number of bulbs it is used, that also we have to multiply. Okay. So energy consumed is equal to power into time duration. Okay. power into time. Energy consumed is equal to power into time. Okay, so here first two bulbs, two types of bulbs is there. Okay, so energy consumed also we are going to find individually. So first you are taking everything E1. Okay, 1, the first bulb. Okay, 100 watt bulb. Okay, so energy consumed for the 100 watt bulb E1 is equal to power P1 into time T1. Okay, then number of bulbs. Okay, so 100 watt bulb, so P1 is equal to 100 and time duration 5 hours. So number of bulbs 1. Okay, so E1 is equal to, just here multiply 100 into 5, what's that? 500 watt hour. Okay, here this one 5 hours. Okay, so we are writing this unit in watt hour. Then the E2, the energy consumed for this the second bulb, that is 60 watt bulb. Okay, so here the energy consumed, power into time into number of bulbs. Okay, so how many number of bulbs here? Number of bulbs 4. Okay, so energy consumed is equal to power into time into number of bulbs, that is 60 into 5 into what? 4. Okay, 60 into power is equal to 60, time duration 5 hours, number of bulbs 4. Okay, so 60 into 5 4s are 20. Okay, then you are multiplying the 60 into 20. What's the answer you are getting? 1200. Okay, so 1200 watt hour. But in the question what they given, we have to calculate the energy consumed in kilowatt hour. Okay, so this watt hour we are going to change in kilowatt hour. Okay, and for January months. Okay, January month means there how many days are there in the January month? 31 days. Okay, so 31 days, or how much energy is consumed we are going to find for the January month. How many days are there? 31 days. Okay, now first you are going to find this total energy. Okay, first here the energy E1 is equal to 500 and E2 is equal to 1200 we got now. So we have to add these two values. Okay, so total energy is equal to E1 plus E2. So 500 plus 1200. So what's the answer? 1700 watt hour. Then this 1700 watt hour you have to change into kilowatt hour. Okay, see here. So 1700 watt, how to change into kilowatt? Yes, 1000 is equal to 1 kilowatt. Okay, so 1 kilowatt means 1000 watt. Okay, so 1700 divided by 1000. Okay, so how to convert this watt into kilowatt? Yes, you have to divide into 1000. So 1700 divided by 1000. Okay, 1700 divided by 1000. Okay, just to cancel this two zeros will get cancelled. So 17 by 10. 17 by 10, what's the answer? 1.7. Okay, so in kilowatt hour it is 1 kilowatt hour. Next, for this energy consumed for the January month they given, isn't it? January month fully how much energy is consumed. So we have to multiply this value, that is 1.7 kilowatt hour into number of days in January month. Okay, so how many number of days in the January month? 31. So 1.7 into 31, just multiply, you will get this answer, 52.7 kilowatt hour. What's the answer? 52.7 kilowatt hour. The third question, a torch bulb is rated at 3 volt and 600 milliampere. Calculate its power, resistance, energy consumed if it is used for 4 hours. Okay, torch bulb rated at 3 volts. So voltage is 3 and current how much ampere? 600 milliampere of current is taken from that battery. So calculate its power, resistance and energy consumed if it is used for 4 hours. Okay, first you have to write the given data. The voltage or potential difference is 3 volt. Current I is equal to 600 milliampere. So usually the SI unit is ampere. They given in milliampere. So you have to convert this milliampere into ampere. Okay, so milli means 10 to the power minus 3. 600 into, instead of milli can write 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so convert 600, 10 to the power minus 3 means it is divided by 1000. Okay, so minus, so 1 by 1000. Okay, 10 to the power minus 3, so you are writing 1 by 1000. So now if you are dividing this one, these two zeros will get cancelled. 6 by 10, what's the answer? 0.6 ampere. Okay, So milliampere, 600 milliampere is equal to 0.6 ampere. We are going to find first the power. Okay, so power first we are going to find power. So power, what's the formula? Voltage into current. Okay, voltage how much? 3 voltage into current. We got it now. How much? 0.6. Just multiply 3 into 0.6. So what's the answer? 1.8 watt we can get. Okay, power is equal to 1.8 watt. Next one, resistance. Okay, the second one, resistance, we are going to find. Resistance R is equal to, what's the formula? Voltage by current. Resistance R is equal to voltage by current. Okay, voltage, what's the voltage? 3 voltage, and current is equal to 0.6. We are divided. If we are multiplying voltage and current, we can get the power. We are dividing the voltage and current, we can get what? Resistance. So 3 divided by 0.6. Okay. So here this is a decimal number. Okay. So convert this into whole number. So multiply and divided by 10. So 3 into 10, 30. 0.6 into 10 means that is 6. So your decimal number, to convert the decimal number into the whole number, we are multiplying divided by 10 both the sides. Okay. So 0.6 into 10 is 6. Now we can cancel 1 6 is 6, 5 6 are 30. Okay, so resistance R is equal to 5 ohm. We got the resistance 5 ohm. Third one, the energy consumed. We are going to find how much energy is consumed. So energy consumed already know. What's the formula? Power into how long time it is used. Okay, power into time, it gives the value of the energy consumed. Okay, so power, we got it. What's the power value? 1.8 watt. Okay, so power is equal to 1.8. The time duration what they given? 4 hours. Okay, so 4 hours. So 1.8 into 4. Okay, divide it, multiply it. 1.8 into 4 is equal to 7.2 watt hour. Okay, I had to write this unit watt hour. 7.2 watt hour. I will understand how to find the power, how to find the resistance, and how to find the energy consumed. Okay, keep the formula and remember, then you can do the problems. Next question number 4. A piece of wire having resistance R is cut into 5 equal parts. Okay, a long piece of wire is there that having the resistance they given R, it is cut into 5 equal parts. Okay, so it will be cut into 5. Just for your understanding, I drawn this diagram. Okay, this long wire cutted into 5 pieces. Okay, so first piece resistance R1, second piece R2, third piece R3, fourth piece R4, and fifth piece R5. Are just here taking this resistive value. We are naming R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5. Here, first question, how will the resistance of each part of the wire change compared with the original resistance? Okay, see the original resistance value, here what they given? R, isn't it? R they given, that is the original resistance value. Now, if it is cutted into 5 pieces, how the resistance value will change? Okay, how the resistance value change? The total resistance is R. Okay, now it is divided into 5 parts. So, the resistance value will be divided by 5. Okay, the first resistance value R by 5, second resistance R by 5, third one R by 5, fourth one R by 5, and fifth one R by 5. Okay, so the resistive value changed by R divided by 5. Okay, so the first one answer you have to write, the resistance of each part will be R divided by 5. The resistance of each part will be R by 5 ohm. Okay, you all know resistance, the unit is ohm. So the resistance of each part will be R by 5 ohm. The second one question, if the 5 parts of the wire are placed in parallel, how will the resistance of the combination of the change? Okay, so if the 5 parts of the wire are placed in parallel, okay, see this wires cutted into 5, isn't it? This 5 pieces now it will be connected in parallel. Okay, 2 types of connection you all know, parallel and series. First, here it is connected in parallel means what will be the resistance of this combination? See, 5 wires are connected in, this is the parallel combination, you all know. And you have to write this formula. What's the parallel formula? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by Rn plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4 plus 1 by R5. 5 resistance are there, no? So you have to write up to 5. 1 by Rn, R2, R3, R5. Next. So you have to substitute this value of R1. Okay. R1, what is that? R1, listen. R1, R by 5. R2 also R by 5. It will be equally divided into 5 parts. So the resistance also equal. For every resistor of this wire, the resistance value is equal. That is R by 5. So all the values you have to write this R1, R by 5. 1 by R2 means 1 by R by 5. 1 by R by 5. 1 by R by 5 plus 1 by R by 5. Okay. Now, see 1 divided by R by 5 means how we can write? When we are writing this reciprocal 5 by R, isn't it? 1 divided by R by 5. So you have to take this 5 in the numerator. 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R. Now you have to take the LCM for this R. Okay. So for everything you have to write the LCM R. Now you have to add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. How much? 25. Okay. So 1 by Rp is equal to, we are getting 25 by R. So 1 by Rp is equal to 25 by R means we are going to find now what is Rp. What is Rp? Just to take the reciprocal. Okay, 1 by Rp means 25 by R. So Rp is equal to, what's that? R by 25. So the parallel combination value is equal to R by 25 ohm. Okay, just to take the reciprocal of this value. So R by 25 ohm. Okay, so this is the value of the resistance in parallel. And the third one, what will be the ratio of the effective resistance in series connection? Okay, just before we studied, in parallel means what's the combination. Now, if it is connected in series, see all the resistors are connected in series. What is the series connections? What will be the ratio of the effective resistance in series connection? Okay, first you have to find the series connection. After that, we have to find this ratio. Okay, so the effective resistance in series, if you are finding only, we can find the ratio for this two. Okay, so in this case, first you have to find the effective resistance in series. What's the formula? Rs is equal to Rn plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus R5. Okay, all these resistance value, what is that? All the resistors will have the same value. What is that? R by 5. So R by 5 plus R by 5 plus R by 5 plus R by 5 plus R by 5. Okay. Now you have to take the LCM for this 5. What's that? 5. Yes. Here how many R's are there? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5R. 5R divided by 5. So the resistance value, the effective resistance in series is equal to 5R by 5. Just to cancel this 5 and this 5 will get cancelled. So what's that? Yes, R ohm. So the effective resistance series is equal to R ohm. Okay, now the ratio, we are going to find the ratio for the series and parallel. Okay, how will you find the ratio? Just you have to divide Rs divided by Rp. Okay, Rs divided by Rp. Okay, Rs value we got it R divided by Rp value. What is that? Yes, just before we found that value. What's the value? Rp value is equal to R by 25. So substitute here, Rs value is R, Rp value is R by 25. Okay. So R into, take this in the numerator. So 25 by R. Okay. The R and R will get cancelled. So what's the answer? 25 by 1. So the ratio is 25 is to 1. The resistance in series and parallel. What's the value? Rs is to Rp is equal to 25 is to 20. 25 is to 1. Okay. Rs value is 25, Rp value is 1 ohm. Okay. So the ratio for this two combination of Rs and Rp is 25 is to 1. I hope you all understand these 4 problems. Okay. Students, in the next class we can mark this Roman letter 11. Okay. So Roman letter 11 we can mark in the next class. And today's portion you have to learn. Okay. And today what we learned, see Roman letter 1 to 7, 1 to 6 you have to learn. Okay, up to Roman letter 5 one word only there. Roman letter 6, 2 mark is there already. Last class itself we marked. Okay. So you have to learn Roman letter 1 to 6 and practice the problems. Okay. Roman letter 9. Today we did how many problems? 1 to 4 problems we did. No, that also you have to be practice. Okay. And read the lesson fully. Not only book back one words. You have to read the lesson fully. So that is useful for your one word test. Okay. So you have to be revised that read the lesson fully. Okay. Thank you, students.